Hello, it's me, Jimmy T. Okay, married with PMU now. Today, this live streaming is a test. Okay, so I don't know what happened, and thank you so much. This video is answer questions. Okay, a lot of questions. I just come back from New York about a month ago. A lot of information want to be shared. Okay, I see myself has a okay, I don't know what I try to talk, but okay, can you see this video right here now? First of all, like, have Ardian asked me some question about the Y23. Okay, let me find out. A lot of machines I have today. Now, Y23 compared to the Mars P60. Okay, Mars P60 is right here, okay? Now I find the Y22. Now both of them, they have the adjustable stroke length. Okay, so this is very small compared to the P60. Can you able to see it? Okay, so now this one, when you buy it, they come with just the machine by itself. Okay, let me turn on the light. Okay. Now you can use RCA cable, okay, to connect it. Yeah, this is the tattoo practice skin. Okay, I'm practicing on tattoo today, so why not just do a live streaming? So let me wear my clear. So getting older, my eyes cannot see well. Like, okay. So this is the mask. Okay. External battery. Now that battery, I don't think is work with Bishop. Okay, I don't think so, because now you need to think about those battery is. I think it's 5 volts. Okay, some machines they need 10 volt to push the motor. So now let me testing some lining. How about lining? A lot of people are asking for lining. Now lining is a little bit secret. I just come back from New York. Okay, New York. And I talked to my teacher, okay, because they have more experience than me, and of course you're always learning. So now I asked him a little bit about the hair stroke. Wow, this one cannot even put on. So because a nano machine hair stroke is one of the most confused. Now I love to use this one. This is Lola, okay? But why not to try this one? Now I never really tried it before, okay? So let's say using 2.8 stroke length, and yeah, the machine is running handle about. This is 2.8, handle about 2.5. Now the voltage, I suggest to use lower voltage on the nano machine hair stroke. I love to use like maybe, oh, this is 5, the lowest I can do. Usually I use 4.5. Now, but for the lining for tattoo is different. Now this is the tattoo ink. Okay, now one of the secret of the lining or any PMU or tattoo, okay, black ink. Okay, always easier to get into the skin. Now this is a lot of people not talking about that, and then like you take a look at the Instagram, take a look at the, hopefully the sound's quality, you can able to hear me. I try to speak louder, okay? And now a lot of Instagram, people take a look at Instagram, a lot of demonstration, a lot of good artists, beautiful job, okay? Their ink is black, okay? So for nano machine hair stroke, it's too difficult because of usually your client's skin is not suitable most of the time. I will say for my clients, maybe 30% is suitable. So we'll be bringing you in very best situation is, okay, the customer come in, nano machine hair stroke they last asking for, and then their skin not suitable for nano machine hair stroke. So, but by the way, usually what I do is combining microblading, okay? Any microblading stroke cannot really go through some part are using nano machine hair stroke. Now, nano machine hair stroke, let's say using this one and testing. Okay, low voltage. Now, and then another secret is even though you're using lining, tattoo, or eyeliner, something like that. Again, a lot of information from PMU, even though the class I took before, long time ago, they limited, they don't open mind, okay? The angle to get into the skin is the big issue, okay? So now, and I have another video talk about how to make the grips bigger. So make it, wrap it up with the tattoo machine band-aid, and your hand will be more stable. Now, angle, before I show you this technique, right? Pendulum, something like that. Try this one instead. Angle. Now too much ink. Now too much ink. Hand out a little bit longer. Hopefully you can see angle. Yeah, too much water inside because this is when after you practice you can put it in the cup and have some water, and you can reuse it for practice only, okay? For practice only. It's still a lot of water. So okay, why we don't using a brand new needles then? So now this one I'm using right now is the Reselect, okay? 1001. A lot of people saying like cordon needles is the best, okay? I agree, but sometimes you don't want to like spend too much money on practice. So now, do it again. So now this video I didn't really prepare, so sorry about that. Now some Vaseline. Okay. So now Vaseline we don't really use a lot of PMU, but at tattoo they're using a lot. So I just do this line, okay? Now, angle is one of the issue, okay, to improve your lining work. Another thing is you can apply a little bit like Vaseline before you start, so your lining will be more smoother. Okay, your lining is more smoother. So angle. Now you need to practice. Okay, like this. Angle. Okay, or like this. Or like this. Or like this. Okay. Now this is tattoo practice skin. How about the another way you can practice the lining is you see like this latex has a outline, right? This you can practice the outline as well. So for the PMU technique, we usually using like this, right? Okay, now if you want, you can practice like this. Okay, now for some mature skin, so some customers like maybe 50 or 60 years old, 70 years old, if the ink cannot set into the skin, try this angle, okay, will be a lot easier. Now the depth into the skin, the benefit angle is not easy to get into the skin too deep. So if you do that, okay, for most cases, pretty much sure it's okay. But some skin, no matter what, when you wipe it off, it disappeared. So you might need to use different angle. Now, to stabilize your hand, this is what I practiced before. They have two lines, right? Yeah, I'm not getting used to this machine, sorry about that. Okay, let's try that one. Ooh. Yeah, I think the needle is kind of dried out already. It's just like sitting there without cleaning up. So, now this is P60. Okay. Let me try the VS needles. Yeah, compare this machines and that machine. This is a little bit less vibration. This is a little bit less vibration, P60. So that's why I always recommend you using P60. Now, but this is the one is my favorite for the lining, for the nano machine hair stroke. Okay. So now tips number one, always black ink easier for nano machine hair stroke. Now, a lot of customers come to you, hey, I want brown, I want like blonde, I want this and that. Honestly, it's harder. It's harder, a lot harder. So, if your customer's hair is black, okay, pretty much is better. But make sure the skin type is need to be like very healthy skin, and then number two is like tight about the density of the skin. Some skin is so soft, something like that. Another thing, I go New York, okay, I talk to the artists, and then one more thing is a lot of people saying slow equal to fast. So what does it mean is, before, like, again, a lot of artists, even those on YouTube, Instagram, they try to show you their technique. Okay, I try this one again. So now for shading, I one little bit higher, like 6 maybe. And then the stroke length, I like to do maybe 3 or 3.1 now. So a lot of artists, I try to do this. Okay, so what happened is, you need to remember one thing is, the ink need to have enough time to set into the skin. So one by one, even you're using like one direction, whip to you, and end up, you know what, is faster and then stay better. Okay, see, when you do shading one by one, okay, fast doesn't work, and end up what happened is the skin will be charmed, because like you're doing so many times, and then the ink doesn't set into your skin. End up what, you need to do more pass. How many pass usually I do is like little bit from 3 to 5. Now over than 5 it start like charm the skin. So another thing is about the lean. The lean is when you doing the skin, when you're doing tattoo, they have some liquid coming out from the skin. This is lean, right? You more lean into the skin, so they will have swab. Even though tattoo, something like that, or PMU, once have scrap, what happens is the color will fade away a big time. So to eliminate the scrap, you can using Vaseline to wipe off the pigment. Yes, you can do that, or using some specific gel for the tattoo. Okay, so to reduce the chance of scrap. Sorry about that, like this is live right away, and then English is my second language. Hopefully you understand. Now how about the mature skin? So this older, this is my specialized. I have like my clientele 40, 50, 60, always at 50 and I'm always. So water base, I told you about the ever after is absolutely water based is easier for the mature skin. Okay, so now ever after, if you want, okay, if you just want to do the brows, you don't want like problem, something like that. Beside the pixelized quality, buy the ever after pigment. Okay, they have a brows connection. I think it's about, this one bottle is 25 bucks. but they are very high low of pigment. So let's do this one, shape. So now again, when you're using the dilution, okay? The dilution. Again, I didn't really prepare, but I don't know who. I cannot see how many people right now, but usually my live stream is pretty much I know people. But you can see this video after. It's not a big deal. Even though it's just difficult, I feel like I'm talking to the air. Whatever in my brain, I just show you. Okay, now this is ink mixer. I don't know what exactly they call. Okay, now a lot of, even those when I start, my mentor before told me, oh, this is easy to spread the ink everywhere, but this is the secret how to use it. Okay, you don't want to turn on the machine and then mix it. Okay, you turn it off first. Okay, put it right there. You feel the bottom, right? Leave it up a little bit and then turn the machine on. Okay, so this is easier when you're mixing it. So the needles, something quick, I cannot find the perfect needles, but see, this is 1203. For mature skin, 3 round liner is better, but usually 1003 is enough. Now, especially when you mix with dilution, okay? Especially when you mix with dilution. 1 round liner cannot hold the ink well. So now one by one, one at a time, slow as possible, but not too slow. Too slow, what happens is will become a line. Okay, now another thing is, if I don't ask the tattoo artist, I will never figure it out. So in Asia, they've been using like curved magnum for a long time to doing brows. Yes. Let me find the curved magnum. This is M1. Let me see M1 now. Sometimes it's the manufacturers is a little bit confused. Like let's say the M1. What does it mean? For me, it's Magnum. Right? One is 1 layers. So let me see. No, this is still 2 layers. So what does it mean 2 layer is? Let me do it for you. Can you able to see 2 layers? So now when you're using Magnum, you need to use little bit higher stroke length. I will say 3.2 maybe. Okay, and then the voltage about 5.5. So now curved Magnum, you can still do shading. But see, you need to like using little bit angles, otherwise you will see the pattern. Little bit angle, okay? Little bit angle and then turn little bit this way. Hopefully you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, little bit angle and then curve little bit this way. So now, can you do packing on the eyebrows? Okay, technically yes, but it's very difficult to control as a PMU artist. Okay, packing we don't using much, but when you're using it, you need to be very be careful. Yeah, that the ink will set into the skin very well, especially the mature skin. Okay, but they will create a trauma. So don't do too many passes, and then you need a lot of training to using curved Magnum. This is now my suggestion when you do it mature the skin. So using 3 round liner mixed with a little bit dilution using water base pigment. Now if you want to carry like all ever after, okay, it's okay. Now nano machine hair stroke again. This one is very good to set into the skin because it's what water based, and then this is a high low of the carbon. Carbon always. If you see a lot of tattoo artists, they specialize on black only. So black ink is the easiest, okay, ink to set into the skin. So that's why you see a lot of artists, nano machine hair stroke artists, they just using the black ink, so they don't tell you the secret, but I figured it out. Now another thing is how about the Faux Pro? Okay, Faux Pro. Now this is like I'm practicing this and that. Okay, now stencil for tattoo is a big topic. Okay, when you print out a stencils perfectly, your work will be better. Now this is Faux Pro. This is Faux Pro, one of my favorite machines. Okay, good for practice and then small tattoo. As a PMU artist, why not? You know, we're using all the equipment about the same. Why not? You learn small tattoo, mini tattoo. This is the battery they come with, the Faux Pro. But I love that one. This is I believe Faux Free, compatible with Faux Pro. Okay, for lining works, for lining, okay, something like that is using $12.05 round liner, $12.05 RL, $12.05 RL. Okay, this is OG. I never tried before until this is my teacher in New York. They recommend I use this one for practice. I using that. It's pretty good. Very low prices, very reasonable prices, but very good needle. So you can use it as a live model as well, so very good needle. So of course he go cordon is the best quality, but something like quick, something like 1 or 2 minutes work, hey, why not? So now same thing. The voltage for the line works is around 7 volts. Okay, I'm using 4.2. Now this is the 100%. Or if you want like very super dark, you can using that one. Okay, this is triple black. So same thing, when you do lining, you apply a little bit Vaseline. Okay, you need to practice this way. It's too much water. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, practice this direction and then practice this direction as well. Okay, and also you need to practice this direction and that direction. So the depth into the skin for practice skin is about 2, but on the live model, now this is a big confuse. Okay, so even though I ask my mentor, okay, they go like how deep to go to the arm, let's say to the arms, how deep. Okay, they go about 2. Now to me it's about 2 is still too deep. So what happened is, yes, the color will be saturated very well, and what happened is the color will turn a little bit green, so which is not I'm looking for. Now you see a lot of another advanced YouTuber talk about tattoo. Some of them, one of them, they go, oh, it's 0.5, one of them say 1, some of them say 1, closer to 2, something like that. I will say for the live model, for the live skin, is about 1. Now 0.5 is just about the ink can set into it. But some people have thinner skin, something like that. Once the ink set, if you're using 0.1, the depth into the skin, 0.5 millimeters depth into the skin. So what happens is the color will be so detailed. They won't spread. Black is very true black. But once you go deeper, so what happens is time by time they will spread out a little bit or turn a little bit green, but they will last very long. So you need to define what you try to do. You want to set for a long time or you want to detail. Something like detail work, they won't go that deep. Now I will say a little bit less than 1 or about 1. Now depends on which part of the body. Always arm, this area is easier. Now this area is tough. It's tough, so try not to do it in the beginning. If you want to do it, is like do this area. It's a lot better. Okay, face, neck, something like that for tattoo. Not yet. You're not advanced. I'm not advanced yet. Now and then let me bring you another stuff. Now take a look at this one. This is how you make your hand more stable. Okay, this one. Of course, you better to print out on stencil. Now I'm preparing a big video, okay, for myself. Which stencils is the best for practice skin or for human? Now I bought 3 different stencil machines, three different ones. It's still ordering, it's coming. So even though I'm confused, but once I'm ready, I will show you. This practice is, you need to practice this way, that way, that way. You understand what I'm saying? This direction, this direction, this direction, this direction. So take me almost 5 hours, okay? You want to do is as long as possible. In the beginning, you might not able to do like that long distance, but you need to train yourself to do, you can one shot longer, okay? Once your muscles is ready, you train enough, get stronger, it's easier for you. Now, this is my first time to do, even me, because I have a weaker hand, because I do a lot of PMU. See, a lot of line is broken. It's not saturated enough. My teachers go, no, you need to do one more time. Okay. I do one more time. See, I can tell myself have a little bit improvement, but it's still not enough. It's still not enough. So if you want your hand more stabilized, training, how you training, print out something like that, to train it, do as much as you can, like do 5 times, 10 times. You will see the difference when you go back to work on some mini tattoo. You can feel your hand is more stabilized. Now this is the tips I show you. Make the grips a little bit bigger. 4.2, 7 volts. Okay, angle about 45 degrees or a little bit lower is okay as well. Slow, not stopping, slow as possible. Now take a look at another training they give me is the shading. Okay, using different, this is 100%, 50%, this is 1/3, this is just 2 jobs. Lighter color to do the shading is harder. Okay, now this is like my do-it-myself doing the gradient. Okay, this is, I like just play around with the 1003 RL, okay, to see the line works. So even smaller than that one, the line works. So another thing is like, this is what PMU artist's problem is, pack. Now, don't take a look at this is easy. This is tough. So you need to do it very saturated to fill the whole thing up. This is very tough. Very tough. Now this is how we practice the shading. Okay? The pack. So this is what he did. How smooth. See, this is, yeah, I'm getting there, but you know, this is how we practice. And then my teacher go, okay, everything tattoo, basic, lining, pack, and shading, okay? You see a lot of advanced artists, okay, is combining these 3 techniques together. So though sometimes more simple stuff is harder. You see a lot of detail art, something like that. Technically is easier, but if you want saturated black like this, technically is harder. Okay, more simple sometimes is harder. So hopefully this video can help you. I didn't really prepare, and then just boom. I don't know how long I took over there. I think this video about 1 hour, I think. Okay, a lot of little bit detail, a lot of little bit information, but do not give up. Everything start with basic. Once your muscles is strong enough, okay, you can handle everything. You can handle everything. Now again, I'm trying to do like, even those practice skin, I bought a couple different brands, okay. I bought a couple different brands and test on different stencils, different brand of stencils, different stencil printer, okay? One of them directly using the stencil ink, put it in the printer and print out. So a lot of detail, because why I take it very serious. This is my ice cream. So my ice cream. Take a look at. Let me show you something. Okay. Now hopefully you can able to see it. This is my teacher ice cream on the practice skin house move. Okay. The reason why I go New York right away, like one of my friends told me, hey, I know a guy like he's very good at tattoo. Okay. And then when he showed me just the stencil, I go right away. Okay, take a look at that one. Okay, crazy. It is stencil work. Crazy. You pretty much you cannot really see those kind of quality on the on YouTube. So now even though this is his student, okay, before graduated doing some work. Oh my God! Even the student is pretty good already. Crazy. So sometimes like when you know more, you thought yourself is stupid. Sometimes like okay. So I never give up. But of course, when you start younger, it's better. Like as my age, of course it's my secret. Okay. Younger is better because why you can work longer hours without tired. So for me, I thought I still young. So like when I'm around 30, no problem. I'd 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and then sleep a couple hours, wake up next day, work another whole day, and then party, something like that. No problem. But when you get older, oh my God, you practice the whole day, and then you oh my God. Okay, so. Hopefully you like this video. I don't know what happened. Okay, and thank you. Oh, this is the cat. This is what I like. Even though I do like 3-4 times on the iPad to draw the stencil. So for the stencil, see how difficult to write off the stencil to a point. So difficult. So in the future, when I do the stencil, I won't do like those like line anymore. It's just for me like easier to know okay where to do the shading. But I want good portfolio on my stencil. So this graphics I like it a lot because of you can do lining works, you can do lining, you can do like shading on tattoo, you can do pack, solid. Okay, so pretty much all technique in one graphics. So that's why I love this one so much. So let me show you my fish. So now this is fishes. We call this one maybe new school traditional. New school traditional. You see some line is thinner, some line is a little bit thicker. So the thicker lines, they're using the R as this round shader. So even though it's the same number, round liner and round shader is different. Now, see this one is using different gradient, different tone. This is like 100%, this is like 50%, 1/3, and then 2 job. Just black and white. Shading, okay? For Magnum, they have, you can use Magnum to do shading like this or pack shading. Pack shading. This is what I'm missing. Of course, I better on shading. This is this and that, but pack is new to me now. Pack shading, round Magnum to do eyebrow shading can make your brows procedure time a lot faster. You can finish your brows like within 1 hour if you're using curved Magnum, but this is advanced, really advanced technique. So I will show you little by little. This is like just something quick for you, and I'm about to go lunch and see you next time.